Hello everybody, and today I'm going to do part 3 of creating a simulator game in Roblox Studio. And today we're going to work on making a button that allows you to get upgrades so that every time you click the main button you get more money. To start off, we need to have an upgrades variable. So open up the script that looks like this, and we're going to grab this section right here and just copy and paste. And then we're gonna change all of these money parts of it, everything that says money, to upgrades. Oops, okay. And I'm just gonna copy this and paste it to make it a bit faster. And this will create a variable that we can put our upgrades in. Alright, now that we have a way to load a variable that shows how many upgrades we have, we also need one for the price of each upgrade. So that's what I'm going to do now. Alright, here we go. And they're going to add upgrade price. And okay. Now we have something to load both upgrades and upgrades price, but we don't have anything to save it. So we're going to copy this and paste it. Here we're going to just put upgrades, and we're just going to do the exact same thing as we did with the area above. We're just going to change this to upgrades, and this one to upgrades price. Alright, now that we have something to save and load upgrades and upgrades price, and see when we go in, it should appear. Yeah, we're gonna actually now make it be useful, because right now it's just a blank variable. So we're gonna start off by creating our actual upgrades button by going into here in Starter GUI, or clicker button, and just duplicating it. And now I'm going to take this duplicated one and just move it to where I want it to go, our upgrade button to go. I'm going to rename this one to upgrade button. I recommend naming the other one to clicker button or something like that. And then we're going to go and we're actually going to change the text to this to upgrades, and then price. And we're going to make a script that shows the price, but right now we're just going to have it be upgrades, price. Okay. Now let's open up the upgrade button script. I'm going to start off by creating a variable for our leader stats. Local leader stats equals script.parent.parent.parent.leader stats. And we're going to delete this because now we have a variable. You can see we have a variable, which means that we can just reference that instead of this big amount of stuff. So we're just going to do that. And we're also going to just copy this entire thing and paste it right here. Okay. Now that we have that in, we can actually make this so that it actually is for upgrading instead of getting money. And also I noticed that somehow the +1 got removed, so I'm just going to change that. I'm going to add a +1. If it's already there for you, then that's good. Okay, let me just do that. So now we're just going to change this to upgrades.value and upgrades.value. And if we had this, it would literally act the same as the clicker button, except it would change upgrades. But now we need to make it so that it actually takes coins to upgrade, and we need to make it so that coins per click is increased if you upgrade. We're going to start off by doing the first thing though. And what we're going to do is we're going to do an if leader stats dot money dot value is greater than, and then we're going to put leader stats dot upgrade price dot value. And we're actually going to change this to a greater than or equal to by adding an equal to right there, or an equal sign. And we're going to Control X and put this back right here. Alright, so now we have this thing, and it basically just tells if we have more money than it costs to upgrade, or if we have an equal amount, or if we have more than or equal to, which means that we can tell if we afford the upgrade, if we can afford it. Now we need to actually make it so that it subtracts from your money. And we're just going to do leader stats dot money dot value equals leader stats dot money dot value, and then minus leader stats dot upgrade dot price dot value. And this just subtracts this, or the upgrade price. Oops, delete that dot. This just subtracts upgrade price from our value of our money. Now we need to increase the price, because if every time you upgrade it's the same price, then upgrading becomes really cheap compared to the amount of money that you make. So here is the part where we need to actually come up with how much your upgrades increase, or the money that costs to upgrade increases per time you upgrade. And what I'm going to do for that is it's going to increase by 10 times the amount of upgrades that you've bought plus 1. So it's going to be local increase equals, and then it's going to do, we'll make it leader stats dot upgrades dot value times 10, and we're actually going to have to change this right here to plus 1. And what this will do is it will increase. The reason why we put the plus 1 is so that if you have 0 upgrades, it still increases. Because if we had 0 and we didn't have plus 1, 0 times 10 equals 0, so it would increase by 0. So instead we're putting the plus 1 there, and this is so it just multiplies the amount of upgrades that you have by 10, and adds 10 to it. So this is going to be the amount that the upgrade price increases each time we buy an upgrade. Now we're going to do leader stats dot upgrade price dot value equals, just copy and paste, plus increase. So this will increase the price, the upgrade price. Alright. Now that we have that, we need to make it so that upgrade price doesn't start at 0, because I forgot to do that. Because you can see right now, if this doesn't exist, which means that we never actually saved an amount of upgrades, then, or a price for the upgrades, then it would just be 0, and we're going to change that to 20. Alright, let's see. Upgrade price started at 0 for me though, because I already loaded in and it did that. But upgrade price, let's see, we got an error. What could this be? Leader sets the upgrade price dot value. It says it doesn't exist, or it's not a valid number. Let's see why that could be. Oh, I accidentally put upgrades price. So I'm going to change that right here to just upgrade price. We're also going to have to change this to upgrade price, because we changed that to upgrade price. Okay, we don't have to change anything else, because that's just the name of a variable, or what we saved, but no one's going to see that. So now, our upgrade is going up. but it's also increasing our price. You can see it's going up every time, and yeah, but you can still see we're not gaining more money per click. We're still getting the same amount of money per click, and we need to fix that. So what we're going to do for that is we're going to go into, oops, we accidentally got an error. Let's see. We'll see if this error keeps on appearing. If you didn't see it, then just ignore it. Okay. So now we need to open up our clicker button script, and we're going to change this to upgrades, or leader stats.upgrades. Oops. Leader stats.upgrades dot value. And actually, instead of doing this, I'm actually thinking about changing it so that it actually is based, the amount of money that you make is based on the upgrade price. Because with that, we can make it so that each upgrade increases the amount that the amount of money that you make by more every time, instead of increasing by just the same amount. So we're actually going to change to upgrade price dot value, but we can't have it increase by 10 per upgrade. So I'm just going to put a over 10 right here. And this should, in theory, work. Oops, something is not working. Oh, you can see upgrade price is 0, and we know that it's based on upgrade price. So we're going to have to fix that. So, let's see what's causing that. Okay, so the error seems to be that in some way it's not loading, which is based off of right here. This is where we load it. Oh, so you know how before we had that error with the server and it caused that to happen, but now I think that if we buy upgrades and leave, let's see if the error appears again, because I think it's related to the error. I don't think many of you guys should have the same problem. Okay, upgrade prices like that. You can see it's increasing by 11 each time. We can buy more upgrades. And if you think this is too OP, the amount of money that you make, then you can just change in here in this script, I think. You can change this to like over 20 or something. And the higher it is, the less OP it is. But yeah, it works. We made upgrades. But here I just saw another problem. You can see that it's based on upgrade price dot value, but that means that a player, since upgrade price starts off at $20, a player makes $2 per click, and I just don't like that, so I'm just going to add a -1 to the end. And that'll make it so that the player does not start with that much. So, now if we just play, you can see, we can buy upgrades. When we buy upgrades, it increases the amount of money that we make. And yeah, thank you for watching, and I hope this helped, and bye.